Hello, my name is Aubrey Haynes, and today we're going to be talking about Liebeck versus McDonald, or the hot coffee case. McDonald's is one of the most largest globally recognized franchises in existence today. Those big golden arches, that logo is recognizable across the world. McDonald's has over 36,000 restaurants in over 100 different countries. McDonald's started in 1940 with two brothers, Dick and Maurice McDonald. Ray Kroc is the one who actually bought McDonald's from the two brothers and started franchising McDonald's and really took McDonald's, into the 21st century. When Ray Kroc took McDonald's public in 1965, McDonald's IPO actually was $22.50, which is amazing because McDonald's today sells for over $250 a share. If we look a little bit about the profitability of McDonald's from McDonald's 2023 AFR, their annual financial report, their consolidated income statement shows in 2023, McDonald's had revenue of roughly $25.5 billion, which is roughly a 10% increase from 2022. If you follow that revenue down to their bottom line, McDonald's had roughly $8.5 billion of net income in 2023. So very profitable. Most 95% of their revenue comes from franchising. We also see that McDonald's earnings per share is $11.63 per share. And McDonald's stock does pay a dividend. So if you would have owned stock in 2023, you would have received $6.23 a share. As part of the profits given back to McDonald's shareholders. So a profitability juggernaut. A little background on the Liebeck case. It's infamously known as the hot coffee case, largely misunderstood because the media really jumped on this case and sensationalized it. It was played out to be somebody spilled hot coffee on them and they're suing McDonald's for millions. So a lot of the facts largely misunderstood and misreported in this case. It did prompt a tort movement in the country. A lot of the state legislatures and Congress put some tort reform in because of this case. The facts of the case. Stella Liebeck was 79 years old at the time. She ordered some hot coffee from the drive-thru in Albuquerque, New Mexico, McDonald's. They parked the car so she could take the lid off and put some cream and sugar in the coffee. And unfortunately, the coffee spilt into her lap and down into her groin and buttocks area. Severe, severe third-degree burns. So it wasn't just a minor burn, it was severe. It left her permanently disfigured. She had to have skin grafts and multiple debridements because of it. And it was an 8-day stay in the hospital. So it was a major burn. Initially, Liebeck's attorneys asked for $90,000 from McDonald's, basically just to pay for medical bills. McDonald's would not pay any more than $800. Uh, Liebeck was forced to sue McDonald's. They filed the court case October 5th, 1993 in the District Court of New Mexico, the Second District Court. The defendants in the case were McDonald's Restaurants and McDonald's Corporation, and Stella Liebeck was the plaintiff. The plaintiff, Ms. Liebeck's arguments was product liability and negligence. Uh, McDonald's brewed their coffee between 195 and 205 degrees. Let's put it this way. 215 degrees is the boiling point. So they brewed their coffee at almost boiling. They served their coffee between 180 and 190 degrees, which is 20 to 30 degrees above the industry standard. So the argument of the plaintiffs was they were liable because they were serving unsafe temperature coffee, which would cause physical harm to people if it was spilled. So it was defectively manufactured and the cup did not have any warnings. McDonald's knew that the coffee was too hot. They had had over 700 prior claims documented from McDonald's, and McDonald's has spent over $500,000 settling those claims. And again, McDonald's cups, their drive-through, there was no warnings anywhere as to them brewing their coffee at an extremely high temperature. The defendant's arguments, which in my opinion were a little weak, was, well, Ms. Liebeck is at fault because she spilled the coffee on herself. Really 700 claims out of billions of cups of coffee served. You know, is it really that bad? Statistically, really not significant, right? And because of Miss Liebeck's age, it really made the burns and things look worse than they were. And out of all the dangers in a restaurant, coffee is the least serious, right? So that was kind of the defendant arguments. The jury came back with a verdict, and they awarded Miss Liebeck $200,000 in compensatory damages and $2.7 million in punitive damages. Miss Liebeck was found to be 20% at fault, so that was reduced, and it was reduced to $160,000 in compensatory damages and $480,000 in punitive. So $640,000 total, wasn't millions. Then she reached a settlement with McDonald's for something less than $640,000, and we don't know what that amount was. But McDonald's, in agreement for whatever the amount below $640,000 was, McDonald's agreed not to appeal the case or pursue it any further. As a result of this case, McDonald's has reportedly lowered their holding temperature of the coffee about 10 degrees. They do now have warning labels on the coffee, and I think warning labels in some of the drive-thrus. I do agree with the verdict. I do believe McDonald's was negligent in knowing that their coffee was brewed at a temperature that was so hot you could not drink it. And if it's held and served at a temperature that is too hot to drink and is hot enough to cause second degree or worse burns, then you are serving a product that is unsafe and is defective. So I do agree with that. And also, Mrs. Liebeck's injuries were very extensive, so it wasn't just a minor burn. Thank you for watching. This has been the Liebeck versus McDonald's court case.